stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Covert.
Here.
Connor.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Leeds.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. We now have our consent agenda. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion approved is presented.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion
Aye.
carries. All right. I think I'll go to Public Works first. No, okay. Jesse, anything on the police department?
The new squad car out there, waiting to hear back, but it should be going in here shortly for the install equipment for the get it on the road. So that's all I got.
All right, thank you. Anything from fire?
Brockway was up. They fixed the, I don't know if I told you or not, we had that leak. They came in and put a little bit more of not a temporary, but more of a permanent patch in there to fix that leak. So we haven't had any rain, so as soon as we get some rain, I'll let you know how it goes. It's about all we have.
All right. Anything from our clerk,
Not tonight.
finance? Okay. I'll hold off on Greg's until he comes back. Oh, Greg's back, okay.
I just went to get my pen.
Oh, okay, sorry. Wasn't looking that direction. Go ahead with your report.
Just a couple items. Be working with the RAGBRAI steering committee. There's a number of committees associated with that. If anybody's interested, just let me know. As we work to put that together, the trail pre-con was held yesterday afternoon, met with the contractor, the general contractor afterwards, discussed a few different options. I think we've ended up with about 3 different options that our engineers are going to take back and work with the contractor to see if there's any potential savings. 2 of those would be potential savings. One of those is that concrete option that we discussed that would be a slight increase, but would give us a longer lifespan. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to shape up, but we're certainly giving it our best effort. We had a really good discussion afterwards. And then we've been working on the BRIC grant, which is that DNR FEMA grant, and getting that out the door as well. Have been kind of the 3 main things going on this week. So, plus a bunch of other things.
Thank you. Council Trees?
No, I have anything. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't have anything either, Mayor.
Andy?
Business of the year. The winner has been selected, which of course is secret. So thank you for being involved in that, all 3 of you, and or 5 of you, I guess, on this side. So the winner will be announced Thursday, March 21st. That's the West Burlington Business of the Year. It is a prize. We will send out notification to the press beforehand. We'll be showing up at the business at some point that day, morning-ish, and surprising them with some treats and a plaque and window cling and all that. So please put that on your calendar for that day, Thursday, March 21st. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Rango?
No, I don't have anything, Mayor.
Thank you. Melanie?
I'm good, Ron. I don't have anything. I'm good. Thanks.
I have a couple. One is, I've had a number of Burlington residents who approached me and talked to me about how good our street cleaning was during our emergency. They appreciated it greatly, and I won't make any disparaging comments about anyone else, but that was quite a good positive, I thought. The other is that we have two of our State House representatives will be in town on Friday morning. I'm planning to either Zoom in on that meeting or go to it. If there's things that you would care to have sent to our senator and our representative, please let me know, and I'll see if I can get that information to them.
Where's that at?
It's going to be the Burlington Partnership downtown. It's 8 o'clock.
Hey, Ron, I guess I did have one thing I wanted to bring up real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to shout out to SCC sponsoring the Kids STEM Fest last Saturday. I went out to that, and the number of kids and the people from our community who represented their organizations was just so positive. So many people of different ages were either out there with their grandchildren, walking through the different setups that emphasized science or technology or engineering and math. And the kids were having fun, either making things or seeing how electricity worked, or they got to practice driving a truck, or learn about why corn is what corn is in Iowa and what good it does. And it was an event that could be enjoyed by people of all ages, those who are young and young at heart. So next year, parents and our grandparents, I strongly encourage you to go out there, see how our companies and our community are using science and technology in their industry, and see how our kids can grab hold of those organizations. So good job, SCC, and all the organizations who showed up out there.
Okay, thank you. Any citizens' inquiries? Seeing none, we have no old business, so we'll move into our new business. We're considering a resolution setting a public hearing on the proposed tax levy. Do I have a motion or a motion on this?
Approved. I'll give you the date.
All righty.
On April.
Support April 3rd.
At 5:30 PM.
All right, 5:30 PM, April 5th. All right. Any discussion on this?
That is a special meeting, so it is 5:30, what did it say, 5:30 meeting?
It's 5:30, it's gotta be its own.
Got to be held, completely
Yeah.
separate from a regular meeting.
April 3rd, right?
April
30
3rd
off
at
Wednesday.
5:30.
23rd at 5:30, yep.
Okay.
No, let me support.
Take a roll call vote on this.
Crowner,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Covert,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Consider pay request number 1 from Jones Contracting for the Gear Avenue Extension Project.
Motion to approve.
Motion and support. Discussion?
This is a little different than the norm. DOT contracts allows them to request this payment at the start of the project for, what's the word I'm looking for, Mike? Start.
Contract.
Yeah, startup is not the right word, but yeah, it's basically startup, get things on site
Like a
and
down
ready to go.
Immobilization.
Mobilization, thank you, Mike. Please.
So are they planned on starting soon?
We met with, on the pre-con, they'd like to get the bridge work started as soon as possible. And then we'll get some signage up and start getting things delivered. Most likely use the city's property adjacent to the trail. And they did not give us a start date, but they have a late start date. I believe it was May 20, but I imagine with the nice weather that they were hoping to get out sooner. Their plan is to work from 6 to 6 on weekdays.
Okay. Any other discussion? If not, I'll call for all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries, thank you. Number 3, we consider authorizing the city administrator to hire our swimming pool staff for the 2024 pool season.
Motion approved.
Motion and second.
Support.
Any discussion on this?
Got a good candidate, I think, I'd like to get started and then have her involved in moving the process forward till the season gets off and running.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign, motion carries. All right, so we have a discussion on our proposed senior housing project.
I don't have much new. I was hoping I would have more today. Developer will get back to me on Friday. We've supplied them, I think, all the information that we can. And Kelly and Katie had put together some revised, more, I guess, rates that are more actual rates for our community, which were about so about, what do you think, about a quarter of what their original estimate was, roughly?
I'm not sure what their original estimate was,
1,003. And yours were around 700 and change, weren't
Yeah.
they? So we were able to provide that information so that they can share that with their underwriters at the bank, to cover a portion that would help reduce the cost, potentially. There's really, at the staff level, none of us want to recommend changes to the water rates, and create an LMI rate. We already have the challenges that we do. If we were to bring anything back, they mentioned we could tweak the the TIF agreement, both the percentage and the term. I guess my inclination would be to raise the percentage or maximize the percentage rather than doing a 95 for 20 years. I'd rather do 100 for 15 years, something to that effect. The other thing we could do is the TIF agreement includes the sidewalk. The city could take that sidewalk on itself, pull it out of the agreement, pay for it out of TIF proceeds. Would be one way to bring those costs down. Those are really the only other two options I can think of right now.
Or we can leave it the way it is.
Leave it the way it is, and they may not do it, yes.
Well,
But
we gave them the world, you know, and I don't like the coming back afterwards thing. I don't like that at all.
if they're going through their underwriting process, and this is the issue that was identified. A good project for the community. I don't know what the exact numbers are yet, but those are the only other two options I can come up with to help get them to those percentages, and then they would eat about a quarter of the cost themselves too.
So like with other housing units, other apartment complexes, do they have just one water main, or surely not everyone's on a separate water main in an apartment complex? So wouldn't they just be wiser to have one water main and run all the water through that?
They will.
I'm not, yeah.
They will.
And build the users. What we tried to give them was average user for a 1 and 2 bedroom apartment, seniors as well.
Should have
The
given
actual
Melanie's
cost.
water bill.
She shared hers, yep.
I shared everything I had, Trees, even tips.
You're gonna see it.
And it did bring down the cost, so, and I've asked if that factor was factored in with the underwriters. And it was about a 250 plus or minus reduction in that rate when you look at actual versus the numbers that the underwriters were looking for, so that could help bring down those costs. But the only other two options that I can think of right now were the two that I mentioned.
Well, let's see how they move forward with that information, what they get back to us with. I think it's a good project, and I want to see it happen in our community.
I hope to know more on Friday.
Super. Today's Wednesday.
I was
Okay.
hoping to have them here tonight, but it didn't work out, so we're still working through the numbers.
I just wanted to reiterate, I agree with you. I don't think we should have a LMI water rate different than our normal rate.
Nope, we shouldn't.
Because I might apply.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, any further discussion on this? We'll go to the last item of new business, which is considering a resolution granting an access and utility easement to USCOC of Greater Iowa LLC to access its cellular communication facility.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion on this?
There's an ancient easement that we weren't aware of between the prior property owners for access back there that the cellular company was using. This really just brings it up to date and includes us as a party, protects us from a maintenance perspective, making sure that anything that they do, they repair our road back there as well. They are going to concrete the rock portion of their project as well here in the very near future. Mike has the specs from them, but it's really just to better protect the city by having an up-to-date easement agreement and making sure that they understand that any cost that or damage done in accessing that area is their responsibility to fix.
Where's that tower located?
That's by the old water tower.
Oh. Nice. Do they have a fence around that?
Yes.
Seeing no other discussion, I'll call for a roll call vote.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Covert,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. At this point, we need to go into a closed session in accordance with Iowa Code Section 21.5.1J to discuss the purchase of a particular real estate only where the premature disclosure could reasonably expected to increase the price of the governmental body would have to pay for that property.
Motion approved.
Support.
Read the other
Motion and
ones
support.
too,
Do we need to read the rest of those?
No, you do,
Come back
you go out, you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out.
All right. Oh, for each one.
Revolving door.
Okay, well then, we are now in closed session.
we need to do a roll call.
Oh, sorry.
All in favor?
Motion second.
I don't think it needs to.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.